the start of the 2025 NRL season. Who is excited for this year? I think we have a lot to go through. We don't have, well, actually, this is going to be a really minor episode, but we'll have a bigger episode next week, which, oh, why can I hear myself? Hold on. Why can I hear myself? Hold on. Why can I hear myself? Oh, that's going to close. There we go. All right. Sweet, 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 sweet. All right. I'm going to make sure everything's shut. I don't want everything open. That can go. That's fine. That can stay. Broncos website can go. That can go. That can go. All right. Sweet. So, welcome to the Galaxsi Scrum podcast. I'm your host, Matt. This is a little podcast that I'm going to be doing every week. And the aim for this podcast is to be streamed on the day before the round starts. So if the round starts on a Friday, it'll be on a Thursday night. If the round starts on a Thursday, as it should normally, it'll start on a Wednesday night. Obviously, this will chop and change as we feel, because obviously we're not going to be on a fixed schedule too much, but that's basically the idea of what's been going on. So in today's episode of the Galaxsi Scrum, I'm going to basically introduce what this is. I'm going to give a brief overview of what, I'm going to introduce the Galaxsi Scrum. I'm going to give you guys an idea of like how I came up with it and stuff. I'm going to do some little bit of housekeeping, which we will talk about in a moment. Then I'm going to talk about my ladder prediction in a little bit more detail. I've had a few people come to me and ask, why the hell did I put Parramatta last? And I'm going to kind of talk about that in a little bit more detail. Then I'm going to give you guys 10 bold predictions from the 2025 season. Then we're going to go through the two games that are happening tomorrow, the two NRL games, I should add, and then we'll wrap up after that. So without further ado, let's get into it. Also, if you are on the YouTube chat right now, you'll notice that we do have a Q&A right now open. So if you want to, if you guys want to ask me anything throughout the show, feel free to, and I will answer them as the show goes along. Also, I will answer super chats during the stream as well. So if you do super chat, I will answer you if you have any questions. For example, Pancake Gamer and Sports donated one Australian dollar and said nothing, but that will be the idea. So I'll probably don't ever feel hesitated to super chat. It's not a requirement. And also, by the way, I'll point this out right now. I'm currently working on memberships for the channel. I'm kind of finalizing them right now. So I'll be starting to probably upload them in the week. And I'm hoping to have memberships ready by 2 weeks from now. That's the idea. Welcome to the Galaxsi Scrum. By the way, I just thought of the name this morning. So what do you guys think of the Galaxsi Scrum? So the aim is basically we're going to be looking through. Your name says Pancake Gamer and Sports, by the way, just a heads up. So the aim of the episode, the aim of these episodes is to basically just talk about the footy season for what's coming up. And what I want to kind of try and do is have 2 footy streams a week in the regular season. I want to have my Tuesday stream, which is going to be Fixture Showdown Live. Obviously, there won't be one next week because we don't have any games to go through. And then we have this stream. So I'm aware. Then we're going to have this stream where we just go through everything and talk about some stuff. I'll talk about some topics that have come up during the week for the footy. We'll go through any notable changes in the team list, which that'll probably be one of the last things. And we'll talk about like some of the main stuff that happened throughout the week. Today, since we don't really have much to talk about because the season has only just started, I'm going to do my 10 poll predictions with that. And honestly, I've been thinking about doing a podcast for a while. I really wanted it to be... Now, obviously, I'm talking on my own right now, and this is going to be a solo episode today. But I actually do want to bring in some guests on this show. I'm actually in talks with next week with someone who I want to bring on next week, but I haven't heard anything about that yet. So don't get you guys hopes up too much. But the idea will be is I'm going to try and get someone on the stream that goes for the team that the Broncos are facing that week. Either the Broncos or the Dolphins. We'll see how we go. Yeah, I did see about that. That's just not news. That's definitely not news. But yeah, so that's the idea of the podcast. Obviously, I've been watching a lot of podcasts for NRL in history, like Bloke in a Bar, James Graham Bike Round podcast. When I was a West Tigers fan, I watched the Westlife podcast. And I also listened to some of the team podcasts as well. I know the Broncos had one at one point and the Tigers had one as well. So I've been kind of like getting ideas for a podcast and that kind of stuff. But I also like the one thing that I feel like the NRL YouTubing community lacks is collaboration on the gaming side. So I know like a lot of people, want to like collab with me, and I know that some people like we just haven't had time to like get together and do that kind of stuff. So this is going to be an exciting opportunity to try and get some collabs going. I know I want to get like Mr. Luke Sports on here. I think that would be a very interesting episode. Odsky, I would like to get Odsky on here. I'm probably, if he's in chat right now, he's probably just known this by now. And I've got a few ideas. I want to reach out to a few YouTubers as well. Maybe Wobble and Jaw. We'll see how we go. For the Derby, but we'll see. But yeah, so the idea of the podcast kind of came to me like middle of last year. And I wanted to start it straight away last year, but I think I was doing so much at the time where I was like, dude, I can't do this all the time. So therefore I decided to kind of hold on to it. And I'm like, oh, we'll do it in 2025. And this one's like a bit more laid back too. And we can have like a chill out stuff. We can have like a little discussion about some things, etc. Like, you know, but obviously episode 1 is, obviously this is the debut episode. Let's just say that it's my podcast debut. And, by the way, as a side note, not related to Galaxsi footy, but also I have a podcast idea for Matt Galaxsi as well, which I'm probably going to be finalizing the idea for that in the coming weeks. And I'm probably going to be filming that off stream. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's basically the background of that's the background of the podcast. Welcome to the debut. Yes. Welcome to the debut. So yeah, I want to give some, if I've listened to your podcast in the past, thank you. You've kind of inspired me to do something like this. And again, I would love to get this on Spotify and maybe I think Google Podcasts, but I think those cost money. So actually, I'll look it up right now. Is it free? I want to find, hang on. Submit your podcast to Spotify. Wait, what? Oh, you can. Wait, what? To put your podcast on Spotify. It's free to start, upload, and distribute on Spotify without direct cost. However, podcast production can involve expenses like recording equipment. Oh, apparently it's free. Okay, I will look into it. And also that explains why the hell are certain podcasts I know not uploading to Spotify. That's annoying. All right, I will look into that and we'll try and get some Spotify stuff going because I definitely want to do it on Spotify. But yeah, we're also going to do some housekeeping as well, real quick. I want to quickly bring up the Discord real quick. Hopefully we can get the right reaction cinema. There we go. Yep. As you can see, this is the stream notification channel. So by the way, guys, the Galaxsi Studios Discord is linked in the description. I think, hold on. It is not. It is on the link tree though. So if you guys want to go and check out the link tree, the Discord link is there if you guys want to go and grab that. Oh, that's the Matt Galaxsi one. Oopsie. No. It needs to be the Galaxsi footy one. Not the Matt Galaxsi one. Hold on. Oh, that's wrong. That is wrong. The Discord's there anyway, so it doesn't matter. I need to change that to Galaxy Studio, Galaxy Footy. The Discord is the first link on the Discord is the first link on the link tree, which is fine. Okay, so obviously there's the announcement stuff, but what I really want to show you guys is this channel. This is, you can go ahead and join the Discord and grab the Galaxy Footy role, and you're able to see everything. The cleanup is that the little bit of housekeeping we need to do is, first of all, the link in the description right now that has been linked in chat, that is our public tipping competition. So if you guys want to come and join that, feel free. We're going to be doing it on the official NRL app as we did last year because it was really successful. Please note, there is no prizes for that one. So it's just basically come in best dressed and you get the title. Oh, hi Spazza. I see you there. Sorry, I'm just trying to like get some cleaning stuff out. However, the other two, the ladder prediction and tipping competitions, I'm going to link those in a mo. So the ladder prediction is being linked right now. And the tipping comp is being linked right now. If you guys want to come in and join our ladder prediction competition, there is some really nice prizes for that one. But you have to sign up with an email because I need, I basically need your email so I can get all your information if you win. That's why I do that. I will stress, I don't publicly release emails. So, unless I get hacked, I don't plan on doing that. It's a confidentiality, it's a bit of a confidentiality thing. Spazza asks a question. Do you think a new rugby league game is in the making? I'm starting to think there is one in the making because apparently Ross Simmons, the CEO of Big Ant, is going around to a lot of rugby league events, and apparently he's going to be in Vegas. So, yeah, something might be happening, like $1 million. Yeah, could be. It could be. What do you think of the, yeah, we want to try and keep them NRL related if you can, but if you want to know what my thoughts on the EB World membership cards for Pokemon Day, yeah, I got one myself, the other day. So it was, I got an Eevee, so that's interesting. But yeah, I actually think there is an NRL game in development. Apparently Ross Simmons, the CEO of Big Ant, has been going on to different, Super League. And apparently there is a rumor that NACOM have obtained the rights to the NRL and the Super League. And apparently there is, and I think Spazza, you posted this. Yeah, I watched that video too. And actually, funny enough, I messaged Odski something about that. And he just posted that video. But he had it in there. Like, he had what he just said in there. But apparently, I think it was your server, Spaz. Apparently Nacon has acquired the right. Actually, I can share your Discord. Hold on. I can't share your Discord directly, but you know, this is by Spazza up here. Apparently, almost 8 years since the release of Rugby League Live 4, fans of the 13-man code have been given a glimmer of hope about the future of the Rugby League game. According to esport tournaments organisation BGL Media, French publisher Nacon has acquired the license for the Super League and NRL competitions after former holder True Blue Entertainment relinquished the rights last year. Reports have persisted in recent years that Rugby League Live 5 was being in active development, reinforced by player scans seemingly being carried out by Australia, but after the game failed to materialize, it was announced last summer that 3 and 4 were being pulled from the Steam store due to the expiration of the relevant licenses. There had already been hope Nacon could give us a lifeline for a sport franchise after the 2021 acquisition of Rugby League Live 1 to 4 Big Ant Studios. However, the Australian development studio has instead been keeping busy with its focus on AFL cricket, tennis, and rugby union. That is a very glimmer of hope, and that's a huge thing. And also apparently there is something going to be happening very shortly. Apparently, Pancakes just sent me something. What is this? Which game are you most excited to see during Nacon Connect? please. Rugby League 26. Yep, there's hopefully. Oh, wow. Cricket 26. Cricket. This could be. Yeah, I saw that. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, so I definitely think something. I think something's there. And I think Big Ant has been working on something. So that'll be pretty good. The only thing is that my concern is that apparently Big Ant's recent release with Rugby 25 was not very good. And apparently it's a bit of a common thing with the sports games that Big Ant do. So hopefully they learned their mistakes for Rugby League 26. But yeah, thank you for that, Spaz. I appreciate it. All right, so make sure you guys join the competitions. The ladder prediction will shut at kickoff tomorrow of the first NRL game. So that is the Warriors and the Raiders. Actually, Raiders and Warriors. Sorry, it's the other way around. It's a Raiders home game. So those two, when those two teams kick off, ladder predictions will lock in. And then I won't be doing anything with that until probably the end of the year. Right now, so for the tipping competition, we've had 6 members enter, so we only have 6 people. So if you're interested, get your entries in. I will still accept entries probably for the first few rounds of the competition, but after that, it'll be locked over. But for the ladder prediction, we definitely need to lock it as early as tomorrow. So yeah, make sure you guys get your ladder predictions in, because I definitely want to do that. And my apologies, I have not been promoting that as well as I should be, and that's a bit on me. So honestly, I apologize for that. I will be better with that moving forward. What happened to Storm Career Mode? It's currently on hold. All the regular rounds are finished. So you got rounds 1 to 26. They're all done. However, the reason that I haven't continued is because I've been focusing on getting the launch of the season done. I do have plans to film that stuff next week. So what I will do is I will film one batch first. So I'll do I'll probably do Storm Career Mode first, and I'll film that all in one batch, and then I'll edit it as I go, and then I'll edit and then I'll do Flock. Flock's gonna be huge. If we make the grand final in Flock, that's going to be huge. But yeah, and also the reason I haven't been on a proper schedule, by the way, is because I've been, I don't want to get into too much detail about it, but I haven't been doing too great. And I just said, like, screw the schedule. And honestly, it's been a lot better. But that's okay. I'm all right, though. I'm a lot better now. But yeah, guys, enter the ladder prediction competition if you haven't already, and also enter the tipping competition if you haven't already, because it's going to be really, really, really good. I will say, by the way, if we don't get 2 more people in the ladder prediction competition, I will be limiting the prizing, because there's no point having 3 prizes if all 3 of you are going to win it. And obviously, you'll be going up against me too, so I'll be putting my ladder prediction in. But it won't count, so yeah. But if I win, I just take all the glory. But yeah, some exciting stuff with the Nacon news as well. So I definitely think that's a huge positive. Is this a Rugby League Live 4 stream? No, this is a footy discussion stream. Oh, Spaz, I should have you on at some point. That'd be really fun. Have you on as a guest. That'd be really cool. What stream would I put you on though? Because like I want someone for the Broncos stream, and I'm like repping the Broncos a little bit. It's interesting. Just checking I'm in it. Yeah, you are. By the way, if you submitted your entry for the tipping comp, I sent an email yesterday. So check your inboxes. Should be from footy@galaxystudios.com. So yeah. Okay, so let's get into probably the first topic that I really want to talk about. And I want to hear your thoughts on this, guys. I've had some recent comments on my ladder prediction video, which, by the way, has been doing fantastic. So guys, thank you so much for the support. And if you are brand new around here, seriously, thank you so much. I seriously appreciate it. Yeah, and it's really, really, really cool. It's been really good. We got more than 2,500 views on that video alone, and that's insane. And I really wanted to do more discussion videos this year, and that is a very positive sign. So I'm definitely going to be doing more discussions this year. I'm really keen for it, and I'm definitely really, really want to do this. I definitely want to do more of this, really. It's going to be really cool. But the one thing that I noticed within that video, it seems like I think there's a good chunk of you that 2.7K, it's even better. There seemed to be a chunk of people that really disagreed with my choice of wooden spooners. For those who don't know, and spoilers for the video, go check it out if you haven't already. Spoilers. So I'm gonna give you 10 seconds, all right? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you gone? Are you gone? Okay, I put Parramatta last, and a lot of you were like, I had one comment. I'm gonna pull this out for a second. I had one comment that kind of shocked me. Be like, what was it? I think someone said, hold on. Parramatta was in the grand final 2 years ago, and you think they are getting the spoon? Yes. We are definitely going to take some time to gel, but Riles is making a lot of great moves. I don't see us going dead last. Parramatta were competing for the wooden spoon last year. And also, like, nothing against Riles. I think his job is safe, and I'm not going to say three people have entered the ladder prediction, Spaz. Not many people have entered the ladder prediction. No, they haven't. Not many. The reason I put Parramatta last, they were competing for a wooden spoon last year. And quite honestly, the only big signing that they've had in 2025, I think, is Zach Lomax. But if you look at their losses, they've lost Clint Gutherson, Reagan Campbell-Gillard, Blaze Talangi, which that hits their depth a little bit. I think one of that, Marcus Sevo is also gone, which apparently he's injured. And their gains for 2025, they've got Zach Lomax, which, okay, kind of interesting. That's okay. I think that's good. Josh Adokar, so they will have so they've got their wings sorted out. But I feel like their forward pack has really taken some damage. Because losing Reagan Campbell-Gillard, that's a big loss. I know Junior Paulo's there and he's good, but Reagan Campbell-Gillard, that's a huge loss. So I wanted to put Parramatta last. I think securing Moses, I think that kind of puts a bit of salt on that theory and on that prediction, which I kind of agree with. I would probably, if that happened and then I did my ladder prediction, I probably would not have considered putting Parramatta last. And I also want to stress this as well. This was probably one of the hardest ladders I have ever had to do when I'm predicting the NRL ladder. Honestly, Parramatta just don't seem to sit well with me, and I feel like they're in trouble of getting the spoon. And I know that's going to be really hard for a lot of you Para fans to hear that. But also Parramatta, I don't know. I feel like Jason Riles, I feel like that lack of experience is definitely going to hinder him a little bit. He's been under Bellamy, so maybe he's a genius. Maybe he's the reason why everything was going well at the Melbourne Storm. But I also think that if you're a first-year coach, there's a good chance you're not going to start off well. You got to make sure things go right and all that. And that's nothing wrong with that. There's seriously nothing wrong with that. I don't think he's gonna do any much. I don't think he's gonna do like much damage to the competition. No, this is YouTube exclusive, by the way. Someone said if I'm live on Twitch, this is YouTube exclusive. For now, for the stream part. If I start uploading these randomly, I will probably, they'll probably be in different places. I think losing Clint Gutherson is also a big loss because Clint Gutherson was probably their best player. That and Moses. I think Moses is up there as well. But also, I'm pretty sure like losing Gutherson, that's a bit of a big deal. And I think it could be because of personal reasons. But losing your captain after Para just don't sit right with me. But yeah, I've had a lot of reactions to Para being in the bottom, being last. I've also had some reactions to Dogs being in the bottom 8, being in the bottom 9 as well, which again, that's just second year syndrome. I'm not saying that they're going to bounce. If that does happen, they'll bounce back in 26. I've got a prediction about 2026 season, actually. Recap. I announced the ladder prediction, tipping comp. Now we're talking about why I put Para last on the ladder. But yeah, those are the reasons why I put Para last, because it just doesn't sit right with me. And I definitely don't think the Tigers are going to get the bottom of the ladder this time around. Any death threats? No, I have not. Within my YouTube career so far, I've only had 2 death threats, and they were empty as F. Spaz, I actually don't have the Brisbane winning the premiership. I have them going close though, but not close enough. Hey Rugby, how you doing? There's a and it's like I'm trying to be like really educated with all this like guesses and stuff, but also like you can't be solid with this year's predictions. Like last year, I think I had like the Dogs at the wooden spoon, if I recall correctly. If I go back and I go and look at my ladder, like for last year, I'll give a living threat. You're going to put Panthers last? Do it. Do Panthers last. That's so funny if you do that. You have a good life, damn it. Oh, by the way, this podcast, I didn't mention this at the beginning, but this podcast will also be where I drop my tips and my round review. So it'll start with the round review and then it'll end with the tipping for that week. I just want to quickly find my ladder for 20. Here we go. I had Bulldogs in 16th. I had Dolphins in 15th. I had Tigers in 13th. That was drastic. I had Rabbitohs in 9th. They came second last. Can we post ours in Discord? Yeah, you can. Obviously, yeah, like post. If you want to public your ladder prediction, you can. I really don't care. But if you don't want to, that's fine. Like, yeah. And obviously, the biggest one here, I put Broncos in the minor premiership spot. Yeah, I saw that. I did see that, Rugby. So yeah, whatever you predict on the ladder prediction, you can't really make an educated guess until it happens. So this is going to be and I think, honestly, I'm going to say this right now, this is going to be one of the hardest seasons to predict in 2025. That's why, like, I know I've got some controversial choices in my ladder prediction. Like, if I was being realistic, I'd probably put Tigers in the bottom 4. But I have a funny feeling they're going to play finals this year. I know that's a very optimistic look for the Tigers, but I have a funny feeling they're going to play finals this year. I've got a funny feeling. And if that is the case, they're going to be the hype team of this year. Last year, I think the hype team was the Dogs. Last year before it was the Warriors, and the year before that was the Cowboys. And then obviously, then second year syndrome will hit the Tigers, and then they'll miss finals again. And they're like, "Yay, the streak restarts!" But it's good. It's good. I think Tigers are in a very good position to play finals this year. So you can't really predict your ladder too much. And I think I got Broncos in like 3rd, which is like, huh? Like, and I've got them above Penrith. Like, yeah. You can't predict the season. Like, it's impossible to always predict what's going on. You can't predict the future. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know, but the Tigers feel different this year. Absolutely. Absolutely. Luai, if Luai is able to emulate what Stephen Crichton did for the Bulldogs, Luai is going to be skipper of the year. And I definitely think he can go. I think in terms of attitude and like determination, I think Luai outweighs Crichton. I think Crichton is a good player, but I think Luai just kind of edges him a little bit. I think if the Tigers don't make the 8, if they don't get the wooden spoon, that's an improvement. And I definitely think they won't get the spoon this year. Anyway, we should probably move on to the next topic. Does anyone have any comments on the bold predictions, on the ladder prediction and stuff? Panthers might not make top 8. No, I still think they'll make the 8. There's a good chance they might not be in the top 4. I think the top 4 is going to be very close this year. I think Waz win premiership. No, I don't think so. I don't think the Warriors will win the Mariners premiership. I don't think they'll win the premiership. I don't think they'll make the 8. I think they could have the third year bounce back and make finals this year, which I think is definitely a possibility. I always like looking at my prediction this way. The bottom 3 teams are teams that I definitely don't think will make finals. And the top 2 teams are the teams that I'm usually like, these 2 are going to be in the grand final. That's what I was kind of... See, if we had a draft, getting last place would be worth it. Exactly. Yeah. We need to think about getting a draft for the NRL, because we definitely need that draft. I definitely think having a draft for the NRL is just going to... what the hell? What the hell? Yeah. I'm going to make a note of that. I'm going to make a note of that person. Okay. With what's the 3 teams? What do you mean, what's the 3 teams? All right. So let's move on to the next part of the podcast. My top 10 bold predictions of the 2025 season. I'd like to hear some of you guys' bold predictions in the chat right now. So if you have a bold prediction, I want to hear it in chat, and I will definitely read it out on stream, because I definitely want to read some of the really severe take, like the really like big takes. I would really love to see that. So I'm going to tell you, I've got 10. Actually, I've only got 8 here. I've only got 8. Oh, no, I've got 10. Yeah, I've got 10. Hold on. Posted it? Nice. Oh, your ladder prediction? Oh, I have to see this. Have I been tagged in it? I have been tagged into it. Oh, this is good. Ooh, that's a bold choice for wooden spoon. Dolphins make grand final. Nah, I don't think they'll make the grand final. I think they will make finals, but I don't think they'll make the grand final. If they make the grand final and the Broncos are there, oh, that's going to be an awkward week for me. All right. So let's go into the top 10 bold predictions for 2025. So my first bold prediction. You guys ready for this? You guys ready? This one's not really a bold prediction, but I think the second part is more bold. Panthers don't go 5 in a row, and they don't make the grand final. I think losing Luai, Fisher Harris, who else? They've lost a bit of depth too. I think Jet Cleary's gone. I think Jet Cleary's gone. If I look at the losses for the Panthers, they've lost a bit. But losing Luai and losing Fisher Harris, that's huge. That is actually a huge deal. Losing 2 of your leaders, Luai wasn't really a leader. They was more Nathan Cleary. But losing a veteran leader in James Fisher Harris, that is huge. I have Penrith in 4th. So I definitely think they are going to make at least the prelim. I think Panthers will lose to someone. The moment Panthers lose in a finals game, I know for a fact it's either going to be a team that seeks vengeance. It's going to be, actually, no, it's going to be a team that seeks vengeance. So I think it's either going to be the Sharks, the Broncos, the Storm, or Parramatta. It'll be one of those four. But Parramatta least likely, if I'm being completely honest. But I just don't see it got them going 5 in a row. If they go 5 in a row, that will be probably the most insane thing ever in sporting history. Like, I'm not just talking about like NRL history. I'm talking about sporting history. And like people were saying like when the Super Bowl was happening, oh, the Chiefs have done, they're going to say the greatest dynasty ever. Look at Penrith. They're like 4 in a row. Like, you got nothing on us in the NRL. So I definitely think the Panthers won't make the 5th. I don't think they'll make the they won't go 5 in a row, but I definitely don't think they make the grand final, which leads me into my second prediction. The grand final is going to be Melbourne Storm versus the Cronulla Sharks. It's going to be a 2016 rematch. This is a very bold prediction. A very bold prediction. Not Storm making the grand final. That's pretty unbold. I'm meaning Cronulla. I think Cronulla make the grand final this year. I think they have enough. With Fanua Blake, I think that's enough to get him to the grand final. No, I'm not gonna read your ladder prediction. I did say you have an interesting approach to yours. Someone in chat has just said bold prediction: Patrick Carrigan wins prop of the year. And someone also said, I hope you're right about the Panthers not making the grand final. I don't think they will. I think they've lost a lot of firepower. I know taking on Penrith in the finals is a different beast, but I definitely think something's gonna give. Something has to give. If it doesn't give this year, it has to give soon. Ooh. Super chat here from Nio, the Draco thing, $2.99. Thank you so much. $2.99. $2 to put Titans in your top 8 prediction. Titans are in my top 8. Appreciate the super chat though. Thank you. Again, guys, you don't have to super chat if you don't want to. The lag I sent at the start of stream. Oh, did you? Yeah, no, Titans are in my 8. Titans in my 8. I've got to actually post my ladder prediction as a post on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff. I still need to do that. If you guys are still here, thank you. But yeah, I think so. Melbourne, I was listening to the Six Darkles with Gus. That's another podcast I really like. And he was saying that this year's grand final is Melbourne's to lose. I think Melbourne win the premiership this year. I do think it's a Melbourne win. I think usually when Melbourne are in the grand final, like previously, they go on to win the next one. So they lost the 2006 grand final. They win in 2007. They lost the 20... Hold on. Was it the 2012 grand final? 2012, great. They win the 2012 grand final. The 2011 grand final, the last grand final they were in, they didn't lose, actually. I just realized it. They didn't lose that one. So that's the only one that they break. Then they go to 2016, which is the Cronulla one, which is the one with Cronulla. They lose that one against Cronulla. 2017, they go on to win against the Cowboys. 2018, they get back to the grand final and get defeated by the Roosters. And then 2020, they go and beat the Panthers. Now they've just lost to Penrith in the grand final. So the next final that Storm make, if it's in the next 2 years, they will win that grand final. Okay, here's another bold prediction. Someone has said Titans v Broncos grand final. That was Nio. Spazza, our good friend Spazza, who does our jerseys. It's going to be Broncos Panthers grand final rematch. I have a bold prediction if that is the case. I think this if Broncos and Panthers are in the grand final this year, this is what's going to happen. It's going to be halftime. Penrith are going to be up by 18 or 18-0. And then in the second half, I don't know, Madge says something at halftime, and then Broncos put 30 on them in one half. And then they literally just walk out doing this. That'd be so funny. That'd be so funny if they did that. But I think that is what would happen. Because Penrith would get, oh, we're going to win this again. It's going to be good. And then Broncos just go pow, pow, pow. Second half effort. Or they keep Penrith to 6-8. Ben Hunt hat trick. Gets them to 18-0. Gets them to 18 all. And then two more tries. One by Reynolds and one by Ezra Mann. So literally it gets to 18-0. Liam Martin scores, Nathan Cleary scores, and Brian Toto scores. And Cleary converts all of them. 18-0, halftime. Second half comes, Dozer goes from dummy half, scores his first try. Then Dozer finds another gap, finds a second try. Reece Rolls finds a gap, finds Dozer, Dozer scores again. Similar to how he did it in the 2023 grand final. So Ben Hunt scores 3 tries. And that gets him back in the game. And then Ben Hunt would beat my Clive Churchill for that. Then Reece Walsh scores a try, gets them in the lead. And then as Penrith are about to get back in the lead, it gets intercepted by Ezra Mann, and he runs downfield and redeems himself from the years before. Ben Hunt is too OP, yeah. And then Ben Hunt wins the Clive Churchill, but holy shit, that would be amazing. Damn, that would be my prediction if that happened. Tino prop of the year. Someone says final score for Titans Broncos shall be 25-26, which would hurt like a mother. Oh my God, it's 10 years since the best grand final ever. I just realized. I forgot about that. Anyway, this is we need to continue to our next bold prediction. So my third bold prediction is how the prelims are going to look. One will be in Melbourne. No, actually, not Melbourne. Sydney. The first one's in Sydney. It's Penrith v Storm. Storm get their revenge against Penrith. And then Penrith bow out. And then the next prelim final is we go up to Queensland and it's Broncos v Sharks. And Sharks win. And Broncos, yeah. As much as I want to believe in Madge, if he gets us to the finals, that's a huge step. But I definitely think, like, if that is what happens, I'd be tipping Broncos to get to the grand final the next year. Ezra Mann will get 9 tries. Broncos do look strong this year. I definitely think it. I'm not holding my breath. Wait, what is that? Prediction for who will perform the halftime for the final? Jimmy Barnes. I don't know. I got nothing else. Okay. So that's my prelim prediction. I think Broncos go far. I think they actually get to the prelim and they qualify for a home prelim. However, Sharks want to prove something and they get there and they actually cut off the Broncos. That's what I think will happen. And I want the Broncos to like dominate that in that point. But I think that would also be a very interesting setup. That would also mean both away teams win into the grand final, which I think would be huge. Someone says Parramatta Eels top 8. No, I don't see that happening. Not gonna lie. Let's move on to the fourth prediction that I have. And that is 2 big teams to drop to the bottom 8. I think two big teams are going to drop into the bottom 8. One of them is the Roosters. I think the Roosters are going to drop to the bottom 8. The other one, they were in the bottom 8 last year, but the fact that they're there is kind of bizarre, is the Rabbitohs. I think the Rabbitohs are going to get back there. If you want to substitute this out for like, oh, well, that's cheating, Matt. Bulldogs. I think Rabbitohs, Roosters, and Bulldogs will rotate out of the finals this year. So yeah, and it's the reason I say the Roosters are not going to be in the 8 this year is because the Roosters are lacking their star players. They don't have Sam Walker. They don't have Brandon Smith. They want to release Brandon Smith as well. I have been told. And apparently they do have Reece Robson coming the next year when they lose in the knockout. Nathan Cleary and his Panthers and his dad are going home crying. They scored 18 points in 2 weeks. Yeah. So I don't think the Roosters have enough. I know they have Chad Townsend. I think what will happen is that Roosters will go on a losing streak. They've got like the least experienced team out of everyone in the comp right now. And I think Roosters go on to the bottom 8. I think they'll make a final charge like they did in 23, but this time they'll miss out. I reckon they'll miss out this time. My 5th prediction, and you guys already know this from my ladder prediction, but I kind of want to elaborate on this more. We will have a new wooden spooner. Tigers will not get the wooden spoon. If the Tigers get the wooden spoon this year, that is cause for alarm. I think if the Tigers get the wooden spoon, that is a massive concern. Not for just the Tigers themselves, but for the NRL. I would be looking into if they get the wooden spoon, if I was the NRL, I'd be looking into that. Because they're suddenly like, well, you've gone 4 years in a row. We need to really buckle down and get you out of the bottom 8. If you were like coming in like bottom 3, it'd be different. But you've come consecutively last 3 years in a row. If you get one more, that's a cause for alarm. Agreed. Yeah, exactly. But this is the reason why I don't think they'll get the wooden spoon. Luai. It's literally Luai. If Luai gets hurt round 1 and he's out for the season, they're screwed. They are screwed. They've got good signings. Like the rest of them are good signings. Like Terrell May is a good signing. Jack Bird is a good signing. Skelton was really good this weekend. This past weekend in the trials. They'll have Dewey and that's all good. They've got Galvin and stuff. But look, that Luai factor just adds so much to their team. If he stays uninjured, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. If we get to round 5, if the Broncos get to round 5 and are undefeated, if Tigers have at least won 3 of their games, I'd be going to that game scared. Because I'd be like, well, they've got an above 50% rating and their forward pack is like super good. And their playmaker is a veteran, which is kind of scary. Sorry, just got a notification. So yeah, I think the Luai factor is going to play a big part in the Tigers this year. Do I think they'll make the 8? I am very hopeful. I don't know. I actually don't know if they will make the 8. I am hopeful that they will make the 8 and they will make a charge. Wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't it be cool if the first game the Tigers come back to finals, their first game is at Accor Stadium against the Sea Eagles? That would be hilarious. Because it'd be Brooks v his old club in a final setting. Bold prediction, the top try scorer will be tied between Carmpierre. I think that's Carmpierre and Taruva. Ooh. I think that's actually pretty realistic. I think you're there. We got another bold prediction, which actually this leads into my next prediction. So this bold prediction comes in from Alex Gaming. Luai not to play for the Blues. I've got a very interesting prediction coming up about the Blues, which I actually haven't listed here, but I've got to talk about it because there is a thing. So, you guys ready for this prediction? This is an Origin prediction. The winner of State of Origin 2025, Queensland, 3-0. I think Queensland sweep this year. Yeah. I actually think they will sweep this year. I think if Daly Cherry Evans and Ben Hunt are not picked for the squad, which I actually think is a very true possibility, that's going to open some headache. But they've got Munster and they've got Walsh in their spine. So, and they already have Harry Grant, and you know who's waiting in the wings for a hooker position on Origin? For Queensland, Reid Marnie. So, I think they've got good depth for their for Queensland, and I definitely think they're going to be good. They also have Billy Walters, which I think Billy Walters will have an all right year. I don't think he'll have a great year, but I think he'll be all right. A lot of people knock Billy Walters. I don't think he deserves it. I don't think Billy Walters deserves half the hate he gets. Actually, he doesn't. No footy player deserves the hate they get. But remember, people just hate a footy player because they want to hate people. But people can still criticize a footy player. You're in your right to criticize, so long as you don't say "Oh, I hate you for doing this." That's bullshit, man. Don't do that. But you say, "Look, there's a possibility he could be playing a lot better." That's okay. That's probably the truth. And probably the guy, if they're understanding, they'd probably yeah, I probably agree with you. But also, you got to understand, they go through a lot, those footy players. But yeah, I think Queensland will clean sweep New South Wales this year in Origin. I think the coaching headache is definitely going to... I still don't understand why they picked Laurie Daly. I still don't understand that. I feel like there was a lot better choices. You could have gone to Andrew Johns. Actually, not even just Andrew Johns. You could have gone to Matty Johns. He could have done it. You could have gotten, I think Ivan Cleary. I think Ivan Cleary's an if factor in that, now that I think about it. But I definitely think picking Laurie Daly is a huge red flag. And I definitely think, and this is another prediction I'm going to have for New South Wales, Cleary does not get picked for game 1. I think Moses will get picked for game 1. Bit of a bold choice there, but I think it's going to happen. Now, if Moses is injured, Cleary. Definitely Cleary. But if Moses isn't injured, I think it'll be Moses. Moses had a really good year for Origin last year. So not picking him, I think, would be very silly. Now, if they do pick him and they don't pick him and they pick Cleary, and he goes on to having a bad game, which he did. No, actually, he didn't play Origin this year. I mean, Laurie Daly could do something silly and pick freaking Nico Hines. I don't think Nico Hines is built for rep footy. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. What else? So yeah, that's my my 6th prediction, and a lot of you guys like that one, so that's good. The 7th one, this is a prediction about the Dolphins. The Wayne Bennett curse won't affect Christian Wolf. This is pretty simple. Dolphins play finals for the first time this year. I definitely think it's going to happen. Where they place, I've placed them in 6th. I think they can go between 2nd and 8th. I think that's where they should be. And honestly, if you think about it, the Dolphins have been doing a lot better than than people have realized. They have a really good team, and with Gilbert now their captain, fingers crossed he doesn't get injured. Fingers crossed. I hope he doesn't, because that would be bad. I think Gilbert's going to be a very good captain for him. If he does get injured, then they've got Kafusi, which I think Kafusi is also a very good captain. With their squad they have right now, they should be playing finals. I don't think the Wayne Bennett curse is going to be a real thing. But I also think now, if Christian Wolf fails, I think Wayne Bennett might find himself having difficulty for a job. If the club, unless the club want results now. If they want results now, then they'll go Bennett. But if they want results over time, then they won't go Bennett. Because if Christian Wolf struggles now because Wayne Bennett's gone, I think Wayne Bennett's going to be very hard to hire going forward if they look to the future, which technically a lot of clubs should be doing. Like, that's what the Bulldogs are doing, and look what they're doing right now. But yeah, I definitely don't think they will be struggling this year, the Dolphins. I'm going to take a quick stretch break real quick because I need... Okay. So. All right. Prediction number 8. You guys ready for this one? I have 3 players who I think will win the Dally M. I have a bold prediction, I have a controversial prediction, and I have a realistic prediction. I'm going to start off with my bold prediction and who I actually think will win Dally M, and I will stick by this. The Dally M Player of the Year, I think, will be Ben Hunt. I think Ben Hunt gets Player of the Year. He was in the running last year in a struggling club. If he goes to a club like the Brisbane Broncos and he delivers like he's been doing for the Dragons, I think he's going to be Player of the Year. I think he's going to have a really good year, Ben Hunt. Now that he's in a club that he really enjoys, he's going to be in a very, very good position to... he's going to be in a very good position at the end of the season. It is raining right now. But my bold prediction is Ben Hunt. So if I was just to go off one of these, Ben Hunt would be my prediction. Yeah. Ooh. I would love to hear you guys' Dally M predictions too, because this is going to be interesting. My realistic prediction, and this is probably like, oh yeah, this is obvious. But here's the thing. This is realistic, but he has never won a Dally M before. This is the last thing he needs to win, and he's got the complete set. He's won Clive Churchill's. He's won, I think he's won a Golden Boot, I think. I don't know. Has he won a Golden Boot? Not sure. Anyway, he's won a minor premiership. He's won a State of Origin. He's won freaking 4 premierships. Why hasn't Nathan Cleary won a Dally M? Maybe because he's injured. But also, he's played 4 years and he's barely made any points. So, kind of a controversial. Like, it could be a controversial choice. Now, if Nathan Cleary gets injured, this is out the window. Like, he won't play. It's just weird. Or he pulls a Ponga. He pulls a Kalen Ponga and rigs the whole competition and steals it. And then... my controversial choice. Dally M Player of the Year because of this being my friend's cousin, Stefano Utokamanu and young Tona Mapea. Ooh, I like that. I think that's a good prediction. That's a realistic prediction too. And then controversially, if this actually happens, I think there would be a lot of controversy because this person's like very young, but I think he can do it. My controversial choice is Lockie Galvin. And yes, I think he would point more points than Luai. I think Luai would start having the problem that Nathan Cleary had with Luai. Because I think Galvin would be more free to do what he wants. So I think Lockie Galvin could actually win the Dally M. So, bold, Ben Hunt. Realistic, Nathan Cleary. Controversial, Lockie Galvin. And then my 9th and 10th prediction, they're kind of like tied together a little bit. My 9th prediction is 2025 will have many upsets and surprises. But my 10th prediction is that 2026 will be one of the most predictable seasons after the teams settle. I don't think there's going to be any major signings in 2026. I think there are some good signings, but I don't think there's going to be like signings of the year and shit like that. Not like Jerome Luai level. Unless, I don't know, freaking Harry Grant decides to go to the Broncos or something, which I hope to God that doesn't happen. But I think 2025 is going to have many upsets and surprises. And you guys might think when you get into 2025, teams are going to set this team's settling. They're on the verge of getting to the finals. And then suddenly I feel like there's going to be teams that just go whack into like a brick wall and be like, why the fuck can't we win games anymore? Like, I think, I saw something there. Like, why can't we win games anymore? Like, I think there'd be some very controversial things there. And I think it's like, it's going to be so hard to predict. Like these, it's going to be so hard to predict them. Free agency in 26 will be bad. Yeah. I think 2026, I've been looking at the signings for 2020, like who goes off contract next year. Like Broncos, off contract in 25. Baker Cobo is actually pretty huge. Gawiski, Heverington, I think Heverington will resign. Hoita, Hunt, that's Jaden Hunt, not Ben Hunt. Corey Jensen, Israel Leota, Blake Moser, Corey Pax, Adam. Oh, Stags and Tapau, Marty Tapayu. Reynolds could be huge, actually. Ooh, if Reynolds, I wouldn't be surprised if Reynolds is about to finish is about to go in. If he wants to play one more year, I wouldn't be surprised if Bennett reaches out to him and be like, do you want to come back and play one more year with Souths? I would not be surprised if he did that. Raiders, Hopewadi, Levy, Martin, Papali's a big one. Oh, some of these guys are getting like, damn, there's a lot of Sexton. Toby Sexton is off contract in 25. Wilson is off contract in 25. Kennedy is off contract in 25. Damn, Cobo might not re-sign. If I had to choose, I want to keep both Selwyn Cobo and Katoni Staggs, but I would want to keep Staggs if I can only keep one of them. Staggs is probably the one that I want to keep. I think Staggs is just more in tone with himself. Off contract 25, Kenny Bromwich. I don't see anyone here. Kieran Foran is off contract, but I think he'll retire. He'll end up retiring, I reckon. Cherry Evans is off contract. Off contract. Storm doesn't have anyone notable. T. Marie Martin is off contract with the Warriors. Walker is also off contract. Jaden Brayley. Jackson Hastings. That's not huge. Kai Pierce-Paul. He could be off on his way. Cowboys. Tom Duffy is off contract. That's interesting. Jordan McLean, that's a small one. I gotta make another prediction right here. I'm gonna say this. If Penrith win this year, they'll win next year. They barely have any barely any re-signings in 2025. Who do you think will be the biggest retirement this year? I think Cherry Evans could retire. I think Reynolds could also retire as well. Brandon Smith could also be moving. That'd be huge. Chad Townsend. Adam Dewey could also be leaving. That's interesting. So there is some interestings in there. Mine is Nathan Cleary, forced retire or wants to be with his girlfriend. Nah, I don't think. I think Cleary's. How old is Cleary? How old is Nathan Cleary? He's 20. Holy fuck. He's younger than me. And dude's achieved more than me. Well, I didn't need that self-conscious shit. All right. But we got those are my 9 predictions. So let's recap. 1, Panthers won't go 5 in a row. If they do, I think they'll go 6 in a row. Melbourne Storm versus Sharks grand final. Storm v Penrith, Broncos v Sharks in the prelims. 2 teams to drop out of the bottom 8. Rabbitohs and Roosters. I think if you want to not count Rabbitohs, I say Bulldogs. Tigers won't get the wooden spoon in 2025, which I think is very realistic. Queensland to clean sweep New South Wales. Wayne Bennett curse won't affect Christian Wolf. Dally M player of the year is Ben Hunt, but could also be Nathan Cleary or Lachlan Galvin. 2025 will have many upsets and surprises. 2076 will have the most predictable season after teams settle. Okay, so now we get into the meat of the Galaxsi Scrum. So, guys, it's time for the game previews. And today we have 2 to look at. If they go 6 in a row, I won't be watching finals anymore. What would you do if the Waz win? I think I've tipped Raiders. I think it'll be a close game. I think both of these games will be close. All right. Game 1 is Raiders v Warriors. It is a historic match in Las Vegas to kick off the 2025 season. The ladder positions for 2024. Raiders were in 9th. They were pushing for a top 8 spot, and the Warriors were in a 13th. In 2023, the Warriors actually were top 4, and that was a massive slump. And I think also losing Sean Johnson and Fanua Blake is going to be a big deal. The last time that these 2 teams met, the Warriors won 18-10, and that was back in March 2024. Was it really that long ago? Holy crap. Surely it wasn't that long ago. Hold up. Round 3. I'm pretty sure they would have met again. Yeah, they did. 20-18. What the frick? That's wrong. Whoopsie, that's wrong. Let me fix that. That's Raiders, buddy. No, yeah, that's wrong. Yeah, that is wrong. Raiders won 20-18. That was July. I must have not find it there. No, the Raiders won last. Yeah. You're right. You're absolutely right. I knew that. Like, I bloody knew that. Raiders boost. They've got added depth to the forward pack. Zach Hosking returns, I think, from injury. And then the Warriors boost, they get Fisher Harris joining. And then I think they've also got Tanner Boyd coming in as well, if I recall correctly. Yeah, sorry. Apologies for the mistake on the on that there. I think they've got... oh, they don't have Boyd. Sorry. Oh, they've cut their squads now. Their squads have been cut. Cut down to 18 players. Imagine if Penrith played with Nathan Cleary in the grand final. If Brooks plays Magic with Turbo to score 4 tries in the grand final, how crazy would that be? Oh, hello, Liam, by the way. Appreciate you joining us. No, I mean, Matt, what would you do if the Waz win? No, if you win the comp, that would be, dude, I would honestly be very happy because that would be huge for the game if they did that. I remember it because Harris Tavita went off into the sheds crying because he missed an easy kick. Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, shit, yeah. But they've got Fisher Harris who joins in, who will be captaining the side. I think also someone else is the captain. Who else is the captain? Isn't it? Is it Mitch Barnett? It's Mitch Oh, both their forward packs are the captain. So wait, hang on. Both their captains could be on the freaking bench at one point. I feel like Mitch Barnett should start from the bench and Fisher Harris should start, and then they should swap. Because if both of them are on the bench, that's just going to be awkward. Papali's starting from the bench too, which is interesting. Morgan Smithies, that's a signing. Ricky Stewart is their coach, obviously, and Andrew Webster for the coach of the Warriors. Warriors are actually favorites to win this game. I have, however, key outs for the Raiders. I think Hopewadi is out. I believe Hopewadi is out for personal reasons. I think that's what I recall. Damn the Broncos. The Broncos already have freaking injuries everywhere. Nope, I don't see him on the list. But yeah, so Albert Hopewadi is out, and Wateni Zelezniak is not playing. Oh, that's huge, actually. The current odds is the Warriors are at $1.67 and the Raiders are at $2.25. That's actually been updated since I've done this. They are now at $2.21 and the Warriors are at $1.67. Raiders will be eager. This is wrong. This is actually wrong. So the Warriors will be eager to bounce back. I actually think this game could go either way. And for tipping, I definitely think that the... for tipping, for this, for this game, I've tipped the Raiders to win it. I'm going for an upset here. The only reason, I still think this could go either way, but I think the Raiders just have a little bit more strike power, and I think Warriors are still trying to figure out their halves a little bit. So I said that in the ladder prediction. I feel like the Warriors are going to need to take a while to drive. I think they'll start making good pushes, but I think right now they need a little bit of time. So I'm going to go with Raiders 1-12. On the sole basis that that it could go either way. So I would be happy to get this tip wrong. And it'd probably make me confident to tip the Warriors the next round. By the way, who has the bye in the second round? Storm. Interesting. None of the Vegas game. When's the first team in Vegas who has a bye? Round 5 is the Warriors. Interesting. Not gonna lie, this past couple of years of the teams beating Panthers in round 1 end up making the grand final to meet Penrith. So if Sharks beat it, that could be a good sign. Because the year before it was Storm. No, last year it was Storm. Year before it was Broncos. I don't think it was Para the year before that, but I do think Souths met in round 1, 2022. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, it was Oh wow, that's a bit of a beating. God damn. Who did the Panthers meet? Oh, Cowboys. Oh, yeah, Cowboys. Oh, no, Cowboys had a shit year that year. Round 1. Damn. Interesting. So, yeah, I've tipped the Raiders to win that first game. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Warriors win. Game 2, and I've tipped I've tipped another upset. So I've tipped double upset in Vegas. So game 2 is the Panthers v Sharks. So this is a rematch from the 2024 prelim final where the Panthers won 26-6. I'm gonna be honest with you. The fact that Sharks could keep in the 26, that's impressive. Like, I think the Panthers, like, being able to keep in the 26 in a finals game. That's insane. I'm pretty sure the halftime score... Hang on, let me bring up the halftime score in that prelim. Because I'm pretty sure it was close. It was 10-2. It was 10-2. And then at one point... Like, they were only 2 behind, the Sharks. The Sharks actually did... Oh, no. Hang on. No, they were 20... no, they were... 4 behind. Literally, they got one try. If they got one try, they would have been ahead. We're not looking at those games, by the way. We're only looking at the Vegas games today. 2024 ladder positions. Penrith came second, so they actually went down from their first. That's interesting. And Sharks came 4th, which I think they re-entered the top 4 from the year before. I think the Sharks were in the bottom of the top 8 in 2023, if I recall correctly. If I go to 2023, I'm pretty sure... Oh, it's not loading. God damn it. Sharks came 6th. And then in 22, I think that was 2nd, if I recall correctly. Yeah. So Sharks came 2nd in 2022. In 2023, they came 6th. And in 2024, they came 4th. 3rd, sorry. Oh, no. No, 4th. No, 4th. That's right. So that's quite interesting how that's gone about. I think they will improve this year. I think they will win all their finals games. But they'll have to go. I just realized they'll have to go the long way. And I think it'll be, so that would also mean if the Sharks meet the Broncos in the prelims, that would mean they would have to be beaten by Penrith in the first game. Interesting. So yeah, if that's how the prediction goes. Panthers boost, they have Nathan Cleary back. I also think they have also a couple new signings as well. New depth. Jack Cole beats Brad Schneider to the 6th position, and Talangi as well, which is kind of an interesting. Cleary is captain. Isaiah Yeo is captain. Isaiah Papali is going to start from the bench. Dane Laurie is also starting from the bench. I think that's normal from last year. And for Sharks boost, they have Fanua Blake into the forward pack. So that's a huge thing for them. And but they have a key out in Katoa for a shoulder injury. So that's kind of sucky. And the Panthers also have a key out in so Paul Alamotti is playing wing. Casey McLean is also playing wing as well. And Tago and Garner are in the centers. Brian To'o is not playing. So that kind of like made me a little bit more confident in my tip. And I decided that my tip for this game is going to be the Sharks 1-12. I think the Sharks will get the win here. And they usually start well in the start of the season, if I'm being completely honest. And Panthers, I feel like they always start a bit rusty as well. They'll go on to win some games when they come back from Vegas, who do they have in round 2? Panthers. They got the Roosters. Well, if Broncos win, then the Panthers are going to win. Oh, God. Wait, who are the Roosters got? They got the Warriors. Then they got the Warriors. Then they got the Titans. Okay, so they have 2 hard games and then 2 easy games. Okay. Brian To'o is a big loss. Yes, absolutely. So, my tip for this game is Sharks 1-12. And one thing that I am not doing anymore is the anytime try scorers. So, but I'm going to do this on stream. I am going to do anytime try scorers on stream. So I'm going to write, so let's do that. My anytime try scorer for the Raiders v Warriors game, we'll go, we'll do our Falcons guy and we'll go Sebastian Chris. And for the Penrith v Sharks game, we'll go Stone Street. We're going to go Stone Street and Chris for our try scorers tonight for these games. And that is it. That's it for the game analysis. Obviously, when we do this in the next week, we're going to have all the games. We just go quickly through them. And yeah. So yeah, that's it. So that's going to do it for the podcast. Seriously appreciate it. An hour and 20 minutes isn't bad, which is pretty good. I'm hoping I can get some guests on. I am in currently discussion of having a guest next week. So that's going to be quite interesting. If I can get that person on, I think you'll like them. I think you'll like them because I think they're quite cool. They're quite cool. I've done technically a collab with them before in a way. In a way, it was an accidental collab. Let's just say that. But yeah, so next week's episode is going to be on Wednesday at 6 p.m. And we're going to be live for hopefully around a couple hours. And we're going to go through every single game. So this is obviously a shorter episode, but next episode is going to be a lot longer. We'll talk about, we'll do a round review of the Vegas games, and we'll do a round review, and we'll do a round preview of what's coming up. So guys, that's going to do it for the stream. I know it's a short stream. Someone just says, what time is the first game? It is 10 a.m. It is 10 a.m. start. It is a 10 a.m. start. And guys, I hope you have an amazing time tomorrow. Rugby League is back, and I'm excited for this year. Good luck to your team in the 2025 season. Kudos, folks. I hope you have a great